Hey, Eternal Family. Here's how LDS leaders try to dehumanize their critics. And honestly, it's not just pathetic, it's dangerous, and it needs to be called out. So let's talk about how metaphors work. Metaphors bypass logic and hit the emotional mammalian part of the brain. They're visual, sticky, memorable. Once they land, they shape how we see a person or idea without proof. Metaphors become weapons when you stop describing what someone did and start defining what they are. Instead of facts, you hear something like, he's a cancer to this company, she's a disease. The brain forgets that it's a comparison. It starts seeing the image as reality. And LDS leaders have used this idea over and over again. Bruce R. McConkie calls critics barking dogs snapping at the caravan. Boyd K. Packer warned against disease germs. And phrases like wolves in sheep's clothing are repeated across decades. Critics are dogs, germs, wolves, snakes, predators, darkness, vipers, infection. The trick is that no evidence is needed. You just drop the metaphor and people start looking at someone who, say, left the faith differently. It's psychological graffiti in one sentence. You can completely paint over someone's character and humanity. And members, you don't have to be a critic to be affected. Every time a leader calls someone a disease, a wolf, or a snapping dog, it frames your perception. It even shapes how you see yourself. Pay attention to the language. Ask yourself, who is being elevated? Who is being dragged down? Why use these words instead of addressing ideas? Once you notice the metaphors, you start seeing the influence. And when you see the framing, you get to step outside of it. Language shapes belief. Language shapes perception. And the first step to seeing clearly is seeing that clearly, if that makes sense.